What's going on, guys? It's Tyler here with Coelum Farms, and it is day 30 of answering his call. So this is Tyler from the future. Make sure you stay tuned to the end. We're gonna go ahead and give you a tour of this, guys. Now we're starting out today out here on the farm because we have so much to harvest. That's okay, because it's good that we have abundance. It's amazing that we have abundance, because we're supposed to have abundance in these times of unrest. We're not supposed to be taking times of rest right now. Hi, vanilla. But in these times of abundance, now is the time that we're supposed to be working and taking in all this abundance and preserving it, so that when we're supposed to be resting in winter, we still have all of this abundance. We're gonna be harvesting a bunch of stuff out here, dehydrating it, canning it, preserving it, and taking you guys along for that journey over the next couple of days here, as well as working on the tiny house. Let's get to it, guys.
Hello, my name is Jerry, Tyler's uncle. Obviously, I've known him all his life, so I know his dad and I go back for 100,000 years, you know. But I knew Tyler when he was a little boy, changed his diapers. I tell that to everybody. So he's my boy, and he's my nephew. So anyway, he wanted me to do this little skit of you. I'll tell you a quick little short story. About 3 months ago, Tyler came up to me after church, and he said, "You know, Uncle, I think I'm going to build me a tiny house, and I'm going to move out." And as you know, we live next door to each other here. And I said, well, that kind of breaks my heart. I'm going to miss you, son. Take care of yourself. Keep in touch. Blah, blah, blah. And I go, when you plan on moving? He says October 1st. So, as you know, we believe in the orchestration of God here, and everything, his hands, and you know, there's always a purpose for everything. So weeks go by, months go by, and I come home from work, and I get this letter from the landlord saying that he's going to sell the property. Now, mind you, Tyler told me that day, this is a month before this, that he was moving out on October 1st, okay? So I get this letter from the landlord saying he's gonna sell the house, so we have to evacuate. You know, we're being evicted, we have to get out of the house. And the due date, believe it or not, was October 1st. So, you know, take what you want, that coincidence. I don't believe there's a word called coincidence. I believe that word needs to be struck from the dictionary. No more coincidence, it is God instance, okay? No such thing as coincidence, they're all God instances. So anyway, October 1st, he says 3 months ago, now I get this thing, oh, we got to October 1st. So anyway, long story short, should we go get another rental? Because my wife and I, we want to buy a house, but we're still saving up for it. We can't really buy a house in a month and a half, 2 months, you know what I mean? So we said, well, what are we gonna do? Let's go get another rental. Well, what if we get kicked out again because of this COVID thing? So we decided, Tyler started this thing with the tiny house and living out like that, and I said, well, I don't have the time that he does, and I don't have the skills he has to build the tiny house, but I do have a job, and I was able to get some credit and buy this bad boy here. So he wanted me to talk to you about it. So this is our little tiny house. It's a 34 foot 3 inch Delaterra East and West. I mean, there are all kinds of different lengths. We wanted to get the 40 footer. But just so you know, that not every resort has 40-foot slots. If you're looking for, like me, because I have my family spoiled, we want cable, we want Wi-Fi, we want hookup, we want you know, everything, the sewer, the water, the power. So we want complete hookup. So not every resort offers a 40-foot slot, but under 40 foot, 35 footer, for instance, they're everywhere and they're easy to get into. So then it became a challenge because I got a family of 4. We want to live in this about a year. We're thinking, I'm still in school, an electrical apprenticeship. I'll be finally done in a 5-year program in about a year and a half or so. So I said, well, let's just live in this for about a year and a half, finish the school, and you know, then we'll get the maybe get the property earlier. You know, it's all on God, however, whatever He wants, whatever He allows and provides. So we went out and got this bad boy, and it's a 35-footer. So the challenge was finding something that was big enough for us to live in for over a 3-month period. We're talking a year here, but if you're gonna live in something, I love to camp, I'm sure everybody else does. Going camping for a week or 2 weeks, oh man, you know, this is like a hotel. You know, I mean, big mansion actually. But to live in it for a year, that's a whole different ball game. I think you all can tell. So it gets really creative. So another thing, you know, motorhomes. We were gonna get a motorhome at first. So the motorhomes, we almost bought a 40-footer. So that's 5 feet longer than this, but this has almost a third more living capacity, and it's just because it's a trailer. So fifth wheels probably it's the upper echelon of this. I probably do that when I get a bigger truck that can pull a fifth wheel. You want to be very creative with the floor plan. It took us a while to find one that'll fit 4 comfortably. We are coming to the basic amenities. This here, I think it's locked, but this is it's an outdoor grill that pulls out. There's a little refrigerator in here. There's also a shower, outdoor shower on both sides, so that's kind of cool. But the outdoor grill will be really handy, of course, in the refrigerator here. It also has outdoor speakers on this particular unit. It has a cable hookup, so I can mount the TV out here, but I got to put a casing for it, a weatherproofing casing. Probably won't do that, but I could if I wanted to. But it's got all your amenities, your awning and all this other stuff. We almost bought that 40-foot motor home. And I think what the point I was trying to illustrate to that this had more room, but if you're going to go buy a motor home, remember that a good 6-7 feet of that home space is the driver's cab. Now they do spin around and they turn into couches for you, but it's not really livable space and stuff like this. So look at the trailers if you're doing a long term. If it's just you and a wife, or just maybe you and a child, those are more than fine. But if you're looking for something a little bit longer, you have a bigger family, you want to look at the fifth wheel, or you want to look at the travel trailers. That's just from all my research and everything we went through. Okay, we're gonna go step inside and give you a little tour inside. Welcome in to the new Farron house. As you see over here, here's the boys' bunk beds. This was the key part of the living space, you know, and you can see it'll sleep 2. So that's 4 people here. The size of this bathroom compared to the bathroom in a motorhome, this is literally twice the size. And we're talking nice motorhomes, the big guys, the 40-footers. So I mean, so this looks kind of small, but compared to your regular motorhome living, it was really big. So this was a big key, especially for the wife. And we come around the corner and we come into the living room here. This is a 1 pop-out unit. You can get 2 pop-outs or 4 pop-outs. This particular unit has 1 big pop-out. Instead of some of them have a smaller pop-out and a second smaller pop-out, and maybe 1 on this side. For our price budget, this seemed to be the right thing. This particular unit we bought brand new, and it SRP'd at $44,000. We were able to get it for $35,000. So, and I think if you get one that's maybe a year old, you can probably get one in the same shape as it only cost you $15,000. I've seen those too. So here's the living room. This couch here, this turns into a double bed. It comes out to about here. And keep in mind, in a motorhome life, when you pull out the bed in a motorhome, you usually can barely walk by it if people are sleeping. This particular unit, and that's what you're getting from a trailer and fifth wheel, is you'll pull it out, you still can walk easily with it. This particular unit sleeps 10 people comfortably. 10 people on something, I can still get up for work in the morning and walk right out the door if I had to do it, and not really, you know, step on anybody to do it. This was my old shoe box as you walk into the front door of my house. So I just went to the store and I bought a couple boxes. These are up boxes to give it a little lift. I don't know if you guys heard of alien tape. We actually bought it. That stuff is amazing. In fact, it's right here. And I hope I don't get in trouble I'm not advertising stuff, but I'm telling you, this is pretty cool stuff. You tape it, it's like glue. I mean, it's solid. And then when I'm done with it, you can pull the tape off wash it, and reuse it. Just saying, alien tape. Put a bowl of cereal, I can do my computer, I can do my work here, it's a good deal. Kitchen table, as well as over here, coming in to finish this up. This also drops down, this also turns into a full-size bed, it can sleep two. The drawers in this thing, because the space in a Tyler's building a tiny house. He's gonna have tons of counter, tons of space. But in these, again, when you're looking for your floor plan, it's very important. My wife, it's very important. Where can we, you know, it's hard to get a lot of stuff into a trailer, especially if you're gonna live in it. So these particular drawers are pretty huge. They come out and they're big. You know, we have to add a few more of the things, but there's all kinds of cabinetry here. Let's back you guys up. I'll show you the pantry in this thing. I mean, it was a big sell point for the wife. So this is the closet pantry coming into here, and it's pretty big. It's pretty huge, you know. My guitar will be in here, my amp, all our food and stuff. I mean, so it's a pretty good sized pantry. So again, storage is everything in it. So you have your top stop here, you got your TV, you got storages down here, few storages out there. There's some also outside the camper. Up in here, and here's our kitchen area. It comes with an LED light underneath. It's pretty cool. This is pretty much a night light. So when everybody's sleeping, it's actually perfect. If you even want to do that at your own home. When I buy my house, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I love it. It's just a perfect illumination light, so you don't stub your toe, or you can get up in the middle of the night and move around and stuff like that. So, but that comes equipped with that. Lots of lights in here. The only thing that I have to run propane in this particular unit is the stove. Propane doesn't bother me, but I like electric just because nothing blows up, you know, but anyway, whatever. But this is the refrigerator. It runs on, Tyler, would you like a bottle of water?
Sure.
All right, on. So the refrigerator runs on propane or electric. There's also, like I said, there's another refrigerator outside. So you have two units. So, you know, it kind of makes up. Freezer space, not too bad. I'm going to probably have to buy a little portable freezer, which will go in the back of my pickup truck, and just attach it to the generator and all the systems to make it run. Because we like to buy our fresh meat and we like to get it frozen, or we have to freeze it. Of course, everything else explanatory, your microwave. I particularly like I call them the kitchen sinks of the restaurants. When I was a kid, dishwasher, but it's pretty good. It's actually pretty durable unit. And the sink is also another big sell point, people. If you're looking to buy it, most of your RVs, they're like this. It's like this big, no joke. And so the motorhome, the 40-footer, it had, I mean, same thing. It was a real dinky sink, you know. So this looks small, but after our research and going to a bunch of them, my wife saw this and her eyes popped out, because this was like pretty ginormous for the motorhome life. You know, your kitchen sink at home is probably about this big by this wide. So you can see the difference, versus most motorhomes are about this big. So big difference. And then the last room here is our room. So it's pretty cute. We're getting ready to, you know, still getting set up here. It comes with a king size bed. A lot of cabinetry. There's not a lot of closet space, but I kind of freaked out how much I could actually put in here. So it was a lot more than what I need. Of course, this has been a humbling experience, because, you know, I got a lot of stuff. So, you know, I kind of keep my own stuff. One key thing, nothing I'm sure you guys have figured out, but in our storage, we designed our storage. So this little piece right here is our storage. So what we did, we kept the center open, and we got all our dressers and everything on the side, so we can always go back there, open our drawers. My sons, their dressers, their drawers, they still have all the extra stuff. My clothes, there's a wardrobe in there, so all our stuff is there. So we can get it, we just got to take a drive to go get some of our clothes, you know, whatever. If we're going to a wedding, I don't have no wedding clothes in here per se. I'd have to go to the storage and get that kind of stuff. But it's pretty good. There's also a big, under this particular unit, there's a big storage under here, under the bed. So, and it's pretty solid. Fits quite a bit of stuff. This is going to be mostly my work gear, stuff like that in here. It's pretty much all I can really think of, folks. It's again, this is a 35-footer. I think it's comfortable. I think it's very easy to do it. You know, it's doable for a year. I think a key thing is outside on the awning, we're going to design a two-wall tarp setup. It's, you know, it's got to be a nice one, so we have privacy as you step outside. I smoke cigars and when I do my work, and so I like to go out there and smoke and have my privacy. I like the outdoor. I like to be in the fresh air, and so I'll be setting up a wall outside. So you got to have an outdoor room set up, you know, just to step out of the box and stuff like that, you know. And to finish this up in the Lord's name, I'm going to say this. I read Revelations a lot. And 7 years ago, I made a prayer. I said, Lord, I said, if this is really true and all this stuff, because He doesn't want us to know when the time will come. If you read the Bible, you know that. But I said, just equip me, Lord, assess me. Make sure you protect me. I'm trying to follow you. I'm trying to learn who you are and what you are. And, I finally got over that hill. I know you're real now. Because a lot of us, let's face it, don't know if He's real or not. He's real. Trust me. You read the book, you'll know. But whatever. So I know you're real now, Lord. So I said, just show me, protect me, guide me. So as I told you at the beginning of this video stretch, Tyler mentioned he was going to move. We had no intention of moving. Now we're doing what he's doing. We have COVID going on. First time in my life, I'm 57, I seen the whole world come to a stop. I never think that was impossible. The unemployment rate as bad or worse than the Great Depression. All these little things, the Bible says, look for signs, blah, blah, blah. And so all that was going on, right? And then all of a sudden I get and then I get this. Now, did I buy this because this is my toy after Mama gets her house? Or did I get this because He said to get this? Because pretty soon this will be a safe haven if we got to get out of the cities. And just so you know, according to the Bible, the Lord constantly says, get out of the cities. And that's obvious, right? Babylon was destroyed. I mean, blah, blah, blah. Get out of the cities, because that's where the demons lurk. That's where the evil lurks. And that's where He's going to throw His rocks. It's going to be at the city. But the Bible constantly says, get to the mountain, go to the mountain. And that's when I used to say those prayers 7 years ago. And then now 7 years, here we are. We have COVID. We have all this. And I'm in a 35-foot trailer, thinking I'm only going to be in here a few months to a year. But who knows? Could this be a flock living 10 people in here? I don't know, and I'm okay with it, because this does not belong to me. It belongs to Him, because He gave it to me. So I want to end it in that, and I'm going to wish you all a blessed day, and God bless you all. And I want to, on this camera, I want to say I want to bless my boy Tyler. He's working his tail off on over there, getting his stuff getting done, and I'm just taking my family, and I've got the amenities of modern 2020. He's taking chickens, he's taking farm, he's taking, I eat his vegetables, I eat the eggs, he makes us stuff. I tried some of his garlic honey last night. So what he's taking is a heck of a lot more than material items. He's taking the heart of God with him back to Eden. As you know, that's his concept of what he's doing, and it's a beautiful concept. So I pray for Tyler, and please, all of you, pray for him as well, to get his thing done, to get his plantation, to get his place for his chickens, to get what he wants to go. I just need an RV park with a sewer hookup. Okay, my man, he needs land, he needs space, and I wish someone could give that to him. I wish I could, but at this point, we're not able to do that. So, that's going forward. We don't know what tomorrow's going to be, but let's just worry about today. And so far today, I think we're covered. So God bless y'all. Thank you very much.